like to welcome Chief Brian Sanford, Chief of Indianapolis Fire Department.
Well, thank you, and it is a pleasure to welcome certainly all the firefighters back. We love having you here in our city. Also, and everyone, welcome to everybody here. It's always a fun part of the FDIC to get to the portion of opening exhibits. I think that is especially a good experience this year as we dedicate the very first time that the exhibitors are participating in this wonderful Lucas Oil Stadium. So it's a pleasure to have you here and welcome, and we're glad you are.
Thank you, Chief. Now I'd like to introduce the President of Pierce Apparatus and a good friend, sponsor of FDIC, Wilson Jones.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Well, I think you'll all agree this is a great venue. I think everybody looks forward to coming to FDIC every year in Indy, and it just gets better and better. So congratulations to Eric, your team, all the FDIC staff. You've really outdone yourself this year, and we're certainly excited about this meeting. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention one thing going on in the Pierce booth that I'd like you to take note of. And you're going to hear from Ron Sarnicki in just a second, the Executive Director of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. But we're doing a sweepstakes to give back to the industry in a big way, to support those families of the fallen heroes. So I hope you'll take some time and grab one of those kiosks that you see all over the place and donate to a great foundation for a good cause and take a chance to win a nice Pierce Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Congratulations again, Eric, on a great venue. We're glad to be here. Everyone have a great show. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. Now, I'd like to introduce Ron Sarnicki, the head of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Ron?
Good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to this beautiful facility. And I must say, on behalf of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, we could not deliver services and programs to the families of all of our nation's fallen firefighters without the support of organizations such as FDIC and Fire Engineering. And it's a pleasure to be up here in front of you today to talk about the great partnership that we have with Pierce and Harley-Davidson and that wonderful motorcycle that you're going to see as they let you in down onto the display floor. But Wilson's correct. You need to step up to one of these monitors, one of these computers, and show your commitment to the families of fallen firefighters. And you will know that every one of those dollars are directly going to go to programs and services to help them. And as we honored our fallen firefighters yesterday in the opening ceremonies, and we continue to keep an eye on what's happening within our industry with firefighter fatalities, you can be assured that the foundation and all of its partners who you see today are in it for the long haul. Thank you for this opportunity, and on behalf of our board of directors, we appreciate all of your support.
Before we cut the ribbon, I'd like to introduce my business partner. He's the chief editor of Fire Engineering magazine. He is the director of education for all FDIC events. He is well known throughout the fire industry. And for those of you who are new to FDIC, FDIC is first and foremost about training firefighters so they can do their job effectively and get home to their families at the end of the day. Training in the field, training in the classroom, and training here on the exhibit floor by learning the new products. So now I'd like to introduce to you my partner, Chief Bobby Holton.
It's indeed an honor to be here as we open up the Lucas Oil Stadium in the beautiful city of Indianapolis, this incredible facility that has seen, it's the home to the Indianapolis Colts, an incredible team. It could only be better if we were in Yankee Stadium. I'm just kidding. Boo. You guys don't have a pro ball team, so I figured I'd say that. Yeah. Oh! But thank you so much. What an incredible facility, what an incredible city, what an incredible week. But we couldn't do this show if it wasn't for the sponsors that we get from the industry, from the folks that create the fine products, from our friends at UL to our friends that manufacture T-shirts, but most importantly to the fine members of FAMSA and FEMSA. Those are the people who build fire apparatus and fire equipment. And in particular this year, we had help from the Pierce Corporation that was unprecedented in how they stepped up to the plate for fire engineering and our hands-on training. Our heartfelt thanks to the Pierce Corporation, to Wilson Jones and his team. We had some of the finest apparatus in our aerial class. We had pucks out at our engine class. And I'll tell you what, the men and women who were working on that equipment were so thankful and so grateful, and we couldn't thank them enough. But even more importantly, stepping up to help the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. That has to be the finest moment, I think, for the Pierce Corporation and for the American Fire Service, to see that cooperation, to see that friendship, but even more importantly, to see that understanding of what really matters, that we take care of those families, of those of us who have given the ultimate sacrifice, that we let them know that we will never forget them, and we let them know that our hearts are heavy when we think about them, and our hearts are glad when we know that we will always treasure what they did and how they gave and why they gave, and the Pierce Corporation understands that. So Wilson asked you to, and I'll ask you to, as you go around, give your donation. You might be the lucky one to win my motorcycle. And if you are, I'll be really, really upset. My wife told me I can't spend any more money, Wilson. She canceled my credit card, so I apologize. But seriously, to the Pierce Corporation and E1 and Globe and all the other great manufacturers, there's just too many, Hamatro and all the great people who support us. If I left you out, I apologize, and Hearst and everybody who takes care of fire engineering, thank you so much. We couldn't be here without you. And you are helping to make this a safer fire service. You're helping to make it a safer America. And we couldn't do it without you. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to everyone who advertises with us and supports our webcasts. And thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy this great facility. And now my boss, Eric Schlett.
Okay, and we are right on time to cut the ribbon, so I'll ask Chief Sanford and Wilson Jones to do the honors. Let the show begin.